Go.
Hey going guys, Curtis from Cutting Edge Engineering. We've been getting a lot of questions, the same questions about the workshop, about the dog, about everything. So today we're going to give a bit of a sneak peek at what's happening in the workshop in the way of machinery, and we're going to do a Q&A. So come on in. Alright, sit. So, righto guys, so a lot of questions have been asked about the dog. What's his name, what's his age, what about his feet in the workshop? So his name is Homeless, and that's 100% Homeless is his name. Come up with that when we got him. He didn't have a home until we took him home, but it sort of just stuck. So he's 9 years of age, purebred English Staffy. He's not a pit bull. He has been a shop dog. He has been a shop dog for the entire time I've actually had him. He used to come to work with me when I was working for another company. Every day of the week he was at work, walking throughout the workshop. His feet are very durable for swarf and stuff like that. I've never had to dig a piece of swarf out of his paws. Anyway, that's Homeless. What's in here, Amy? Oh, sparkle. Paste or something.
Dog toothpaste. Oh. Peanut butter.
Righto, so another commonly asked question is other employees. Does anyone else work here? No. I'm the only employee here in the workshop. The missus, the giggler, she works in the office doing editing and all my book work and stuff like that. So another question is apprentices. Am I going to have any, get any? No. Not interested in having an apprentice at the moment. I don't have the time to allocate to an apprentice. They do take a lot of work to teach them the way you want them to do it, and then you've got to understand they are going to make mistakes and it is going to cost you money. So at this stage I'm not interested in doing that. Other employees, I considered it, never found anyone that I would consider to be a good fit or an asset to my style of business, the way I work. So I've just done everything on my own. Pros and cons for working on your own. You don't have to put up with anyone else's bullshit. You've only got one person to blame, and that's you. If you make a mistake or something doesn't work out the way you'd planned, yeah, it's great. But the cons are you do work a lot.
Yeah.
The day where you might need a hand, you might have to struggle a little bit to do it by yourself. Right, so a lot of people ask what my background is, how I got involved in engineering and stuff like that. The main reason I got involved with it is I was living in Far North Queensland with my mum. So from 12 to about 14, I was living in Far North Queensland. I didn't like school, I hated school, so I did everything I could to get out of school. My mum was seeing a bloke, who's now my stepdad, and he was working for an engineering company. So I'd go down of an afternoon after school, on the weekends, go to work with him. After I was about 14, I moved back to the Gold Coast with my dad. And then I sort of went into what the family business was building aluminium boats. We worked for the biggest aluminium boat manufacturer in the Southern Hemisphere. I kicked around that trade for about 5 or 6 years, and then just decided it wasn't for me. So I ended up going back into engineering. So I went into an engineering shop that was building earth moving machinery, trailers and stuff for moving machinery around, just general fabrication and machining. I did that for a number of years. While I was working for that engineering shop, I got involved in the piling side of their business, so doing screw piers for foundations for buildings. I operated for a couple of years for them. I finished up with them, started with another company building structural steel for houses and buildings and workshops, stuff like that. Sort of got bored of that as well. So I ended up buying myself a lathe and a milling machine. So this is the actual lathe I purchased in 2012.
Bit old now. 2012, nearly 10 years old.
She's ancient. So I bought this lathe. I bought a little HM52 milling machine. I actually started my business in a 2-car garage. After I'd decided I was sick of structural steel, I started working for a company, a big earth moving company called Peachy Constructions. They had dozers, dump trucks, excavators, rollers, compactors, pretty much any earth moving machine you can think of, they had it over there. I picked up a lot of experience at Peachy's. I was there for 5 years before they were closed up in 2016. So as you can gather, in the past 20 odd years, through the different industries I've been in, I've learned a lot of skills when it comes to boiler making, fitting and turning, machining, stuff like that. I was sort of always hands-on, get in and just give it a go. I didn't actually have a teacher for the machining side of things. I was basically self-taught. I got given a bit of a crash course on how to use a machine a very long time ago. I sort of just got in, gave it a go and worked out what things did. I didn't do an apprenticeship. I learnt hands-on in a workshop, in the jobs, doing the jobs, working out ways to do different things with machines. After I gained all that experience, I then did an RPL, which is a recognition of prior learning, to get qualified in my trades. A lot of people ask, how did cutting edge engineering get started? It started about 10 years ago in my 2-car garage. In my garage I had a little workshop in there, a little hobby home business, just doing machining, general parts, 4-wheel drive components, pretty much anything that friends of mine or myself wanted we could make in there. When Peachy's unexpectedly closed up in 2016, I decided it was time to make my hobby my business. Everything sort of just fell into place. We got offered the building we're in at the moment for an exceptionally good price. The people who own this building are good friends of mine. I got to know them because they were the owners of the building next door that Peachy Constructions was in. So I did get to know them, I'd see them daily. Everything just fell into place. So Peachy's closed up. They pretty much offered me this space I'm in at the moment. I did do 6 months with another earth mover, just to sort of keep things plodding along with money. The only thing we needed to do was buy some bigger equipment. So the missus and I agreed we were going to sell one of our houses to get the financial backing to actually purchase the new machines to go to the scale I wanted to. So in a matter of months we went from a 2-car garage to where we are now. We sold the house, I bought the new machines I would need to scale up to the size I wanted to. So with all my experience and knowledge and friends in the industries and connections, I had a pretty strong client base to begin with. So we launched the business and we were pretty much busy straight away. And it's been that way ever since we started. So we're coming up to four years of being in this shed. We started this place in about April 2017. Been pretty solid ever since. So the workshop we have, we've got about half the workshop at the moment. It is actually an old helicopter hangar. You can fit three aircraft in this workshop. The helicopter outside is not mine. It belongs to a businessman who works up the road. He flies in every day because he can. A lot of people have been asking for a shop tour. It is on our to-do list to give you a full shop tour on what's actually in here. We're just going to go through and show you a few of the bits of machine that we use on a day-to-day basis. This is our frontline lathe. This machine is a Toolmaster TM26120G lathe. It's got 120mm upper spindle, 3.3 metres between centres and a 600 swing over the bed. This is our frontline machine, does 80% of all the work we do in here. Can fit in most of the jobs. So this machine is a Taiwanese machine, German spindle bearings in it. It's pretty good quality for what you pay for. So our smallest lathe, it's a TM1740G, also a Toolmaster, made in Taiwan, German spindle bearings. It's got a 75mm spindle bore, it's got a 400 swing over the saddle and a metre between centres. The mill we commonly use is a BM63VE. It is a Taiwanese milling machine. It's a Bridgeport copy, as they all are. It's got power on every axis. Pretty good solid machine. The head can be tilted, 45, 90, whatever you want to do. Pretty much any job's achievable, and if you know what you're doing. One of the other bits of machinery we use on a day-to-day basis is a Delapina honing machine. We've done a video on that, so we're going to go back and check that out. One of the other machines we do use on a day-to-day basis is this 150-ton press. This is by far one of the best machines I think I purchased when I first started the shop. Being the fact that the head can be moved from side to side, put it wherever you want it to do whatever you need it to do. That plate isn't standard. I put that on there because I needed to do a bigger job to try and straighten out a H-link on an excavator. You've got multiple points you can lower the bed to fit bigger and smaller stuff in. Righto, another question is what's happening with our big lathe? Nothing. Got it loaded, brought it here, unloaded it, got it into the workshop, and that's as far as it's pretty much gone for the past 6 months. We do have our other 4.5 metre machine that we still use. We still have it available to use. So we haven't really needed this one as of yet. After I got thinking about it, there is a few more things I want to do to the machine before I commission it for work. That'll be in an upcoming video of what we do and what modifications I make to it. A lot of people ask where we get our drawings for our components from. Every time a part comes in, a new drawing is made. If we have one in stock already, we will actually double check the new part to the old drawing to make sure nothing's changed in the series of machines. They start out on a piece of paper like this, on a notepad. They'll start out like that, and then, so there's another part to this pin, which is the head plate, which will be drawn on the page behind this one. So that's just a basic idea on what the pin is. So its diameter, its length, there is a grease hole coming through the pin. There is 2 of those. It is going to be induction hardened chrome bar, and there is 2 that goes on the machine. After they're drawn to that stage, they're then drawn on the computer using SolidWorks. They're then put into our folders. We will manufacture a batch of pins, whether the customer's ordered 2, 5, whatever. We will make them. We will then compare them to the original and our drawings to make sure there was nothing missed and everything's perfect. And then that drawing's locked in. That's our forever drawing for that component from there on in. So OEMs generally won't supply you a drawing or a diagram or any sort of schematic for a component. That's their property. So you do have to make it yourself, and it is up to you how good you make it. So do it once, do it right, and don't have any comebacks on the components you're manufacturing. Righto guys, so another commonly asked question, probably the most commonly asked question, is can we please see the camera girl, woman, the giggler? She's always want to stay on that side of the camera, and I've always asked, when do you want to step in front of the camera, and today's it. She wants to say hello so everyone can put a name to the face. Okay. Well, you don't even know her name.
No, it's very anonymous. Okay. Hello everybody.
Karen.
Camera lady? Yeah, Karen. That's actually my name. I've got the world's worst name at the moment, Karen. We just wanted to say a big thank you to all of our viewers and the supporters on our YouTube channel, the dedicated viewers who are there every week watching our Friday video as soon as it goes up. We definitely notice and appreciate it very much. There was something that we received a little while ago and we wanted to show everybody.
Keeps giving.
$100,000 subscriber play button. So yeah, thanks very much guys for all the support. We really appreciate it. Hang on. What's your favorite part about making videos?
Favorite? When they're finished and you get out of the way.
Okay, so what's the toughest part about making videos?
You being in my way.
Actually though.
No, it is.
Okay.
It's very frustrating when you're trying to do something and you've got someone with a camera trying to get it in your face. It's like, I need to see what's happening. I don't need you trying to see for me.
What other YouTube channels do you like to watch?
There's a few of the hobby guys here in Australia I like to watch. They're pretty, seeing how different people do different things. Yeah, we've got a few of them featured on our homepage if anyone wants to check them out. Give them a little bit of support. A couple of channels from the States I watch. IC Weld. I like Isaac's channel because it's the sort of stuff I do.
What music do you listen to while you work?
Anything. Doesn't really bother me. As long as it's music, it's not Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus.
Radio, local radio.
Just anything that's on, good beat.
Do you have any spare time?
I have 1 day a week over family day.
What about, do you do anything for fun or have any hobbies?
I enjoy shooting.
Okay.
So I like going out west and shooting firearms and riding motorbikes, stuff like that. I've got plans to get or build a boat and go out on the weekends fishing,
Enjoy the Gold Coast, yeah. What is your favourite job or work to do?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't really know actually. I enjoyed most of it. I enjoyed lathe, running the lathe, running the mill, line boring. I enjoy it all.
What about, is there anything that you hate doing?
cleaning customers' components because they were too lazy to do it.
Yep, fair
That's
enough.
right.
What work boots do you wear?
Oliver, Australian boot. So Oliver work boot. Zip sides, lace front, steel cap.
Have you had any jobs come back, like a warranty job, or made any mistakes on jobs?
Yes. So, like a lot of other people, I am human, so we do make mistakes. I've never had a job leave and come back for a warranty. It's always been caught before it's left. Probably my biggest one was a piece of chrome bar that had a big scratch in it. I discovered that after it had been welded and completed. It was sitting on a pallet ready to go to a customer, and we did notice it did have a big scratch in it. We couldn't work out where the scratch came from or what could have caused it, but that was probably my most expensive mistake. It got rectified that day, but yeah, that was probably my most expensive mistake. It was a big piece of rod.
Why do you use coolant sometimes and other times you don't? It doesn't really seem to be a rhyme or reason.
Right. We'll generally use coolant when there's a lot of material to be removed from a component. If it's constant machining, I will generally run coolant. If there's not a great deal of machining going on, it's only just a little bit of metal removal down to a size, or for threading I don't use coolant, I use oil. It's just a preference, I don't like mess. Coolant makes a mess. If I'm just rough turning something, I'll flood it with coolant. You learn to know your inserts, know what they can and can't handle. Coolant's just one of those things I sometimes use, sometimes don't.
Why don't you use a quick change tool post?
I've used many a quick change tool post in my 20 years experience in this trade, and I haven't found one I would consider to be rigid enough to use on a machine. Tools overhanging the tool post, it's just, I've just never found one I liked. I'm probably just as quick swapping tools out than most people are using a quick change anyway. So,
what inserts do you use and why?
We generally run with a Palbert insert, so that's an insert made in Portugal. Our machine tool supplier put us onto them about a year ago now. We've compared them against the more well-known brand inserts and found they're as effective, if not better, in certain areas. The cost is by far the winner for them. They are very, very competitive with pricing. We'll do an in-depth video of tooling and inserts in a later video.
Any shop-made tools?
There are many, 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 many shop-made tools in this workshop. To go through them all and talk about each individual one would be a very, very long video. So we will show you a few of the ones we use, pretty commonly here in the workshop. We will probably do a video at some stage on all the shop-made tools and what they do and why I made them. But at the moment, you've seen our most common one, which is our tailstock chuck, revolving tailstock chuck. Probably one of our most used shop-made tools. Shop-made boring bars. Fit all sorts of different tool holders in that. And our counter boring tools that we make. We generally make them because they don't actually exist, you can't actually buy them. The big boring bars, there's not many of them around. Not many people will carry them because of the size of them and how expensive they are, so making them is by far the best option. The counter boring bits, same thing. Tooling companies won't carry them. They can manufacture for you, but when you need them in a hurry, you need them in a hurry. So you sort of just make the effort and you make them to get yourself out of trouble.
Another question that gets asked all the time in the comments is, how can you guys get a hat like what Curtis is wearing? So it's taken a little bit of time, but we're really excited to announce that we do have a merch store launching, and it is launched right now. We do have what's called a limited collection. These are two of our limited collection hats as worn by Curtis, the carbon black and the grey. So they are limited quantity and will likely sell out, so make sure you jump onto the merch store and get in quick. We've got a range of t-shirts, hoodies, stickers,
Stubby coolers.
Yep, stubby coolers, coffee cups, and a few of the well-known sayings as said by Curtis throughout the channel's video history. So here is the link to our merch shop. It's ceshop.com.au. Make sure you jump on there because more than likely the hats will sell out. If you're watching this video a day or two later, they might not even be available now. Sorry. If they do run out of stock, we do have plans to restock the limited collection hats and stubby coolers again. We know a lot of people have said how they can support us. We don't want our viewers having to pay for content that we provide. I personally love creating the videos. Curtis puts up with me. And yeah, just you viewing, liking and commenting on the videos means so much to us. And if you love the idea of having some merchandise, then that's a really great way to help support us and the channel as well. So thanks for watching.
See you on the next one. Cheers. That's alright, that's working.
Do I come to you?
Say it?
Yeah, how you going?
Shot. So, yep. Welcome in. Come on in. Are you sure you want to get that close? Right
Your eyes look lovely.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with my
The
eyes?
light is on them, it's nice.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, like an angel? Yeah. Dickhead.
Okay. What the hell was that?
Something good.
Are you trying?
So at Peachy Constructions, we had pretty much.
That's not Stephen.
You can poke a stick at. Fucking Arthur.
Aha. Oh my lordy. So many interruptions. Oh my god.
Fuck's sake.
Is somebody here? Keep going. Oh my god.
Fuck. Cutting edge engine. Bit or an asset. I'm choking. The giggler's not too helpful on lifting things, so that's all done myself, forklift or a crane. You know where you're supposed to know where you leave your shit, but you don't. I can walk around the shed for an hour looking for something I've got in my hand. So, yeah. Right, guys, so another comment goes, it's fucking bright. Wait, what the fuck? Because they're fucking annoying. So I then started where am I starting from? I go through and show you a few of the bits of machine a few of the pieces of machine. Show you some fucking machines. Seen our most common one, which is our live, starting that again.
Okay.
Is it recording?
Yep. It's recording.
Right,
I'll stand this way, that way you're looking towards the camera.
whatever.
I forgot to press record.
You serious?
Nah, I'm kidding.
Fuckhead. Is it funny? So made in Portugal? Is it Portugal?
I think so.
Fuck,
Spain?
No. Is that it?
You keep going like you gotta keep going.
I was thinking of other things I should have said. So we'll do an in-depth video of tooling and inserts in a later video. Right, I do an up ramp then.
Yeah.
So I'll do an in-depth video later. I don't know. People have asked, can we see the camera person? Well, yeah, you can. Today's it. Is that how we're going to do it?
I don't know.
How do I do it? Hey, look, she's right there.
Okay.
She's behind it.
I'm right. Hello.
Righto, guys, so another commonly asked question is, can we please see the camera person? It is probably one of the most asked, requested. It's the most... It's a fucking comment I get every fucking time.
Every video.
Every video we get this comment, can we please see the camera person? Oh, we also got our 100,000 subscriber YouTube plaque, so
See, I don't have a problem talking in front of the camera.
I do.
We don't want any sort of PayPal or Patreon funding.
Whoa.
What?
Maybe I do. Maybe I do. No.
Footage of like the clothing and stuff. Am I even in the frame?
Sit. All right. Sit. Sit.
He's not going to stay there, is he?
Stay there. Sit. Homeless. Sit. Stay. 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 Touch me. Ready? You got a hell of a fucking pair of balls on you. And a cock like a ripper shank.
Oh, don't laugh at me, Mum.